In our modern world, we often feel we have mapped every corner of our existence, catalogued every species, and understood every law that governs the universe. We send probes to distant planets and peer into the very building blocks of matter. Yet despite this extraordinary march of progress, every day we encounter mysteries science still can't fully explain. These are not phenomena found in the deepest oceans or the farthest reaches of space, but right here, within our own lives, within our own bodies, within our own minds. There are moments in life that feel strangely familiar, as if we are reliving an experience that has already happened. A conversation, a glance at a new street, the arrangement of objects in a room, all suddenly imbued with an overwhelming sense of precognition. This is déjà vu, a French term meaning already seen. It is a fleeting yet powerful glitch in our perception of reality, a phantom memory of a moment we are certain we have never before lived. Some theories suggest it's a minor neurological misfire, a momentary delay in the signals traveling from our eyes to the brain's processing centers. Others point to memory misattribution or similarity to forgotten scenes. Yet, despite plausible explanations, none are definitive, and déjà vu remains stubbornly elusive. Imagine being given a simple sugar pill, told it is a powerful new medicine. You take it and astonishingly, your symptoms begin to fade. Your pain subsides, your mood lifts, your body begins to heal itself. You have not ingested any active medication, only an inert substance. Brain scans reveal increased activity when placebos relieve pain. Regions rich with opioid receptors light up as the brain produces its own natural painkillers. In antidepressant trials, placebos can trigger dopamine release, reward and pleasure. The belief itself becomes a biological agent of change. Consider a doctor in a white coat offering treatment with confidence and care. This ritual alone can have a powerful therapeutic effect. This is seen not just with pills, but with sham surgeries and fake therapies. Patients still report improvement. How does belief translate into measurable biochemical reactions? The mechanisms remain largely unknown, and the placebo effect challenges our understanding of medicine and consciousness. It is perhaps one of the most universal and subconscious of all animal behaviors. A deep inhalation, a wide opening of the jaw, a brief stretching of the eardrums, followed by a satisfying and often audible exhalation. We do it when we are tired, we do it when we are bored, and strangely we do it when we see someone else do it. The most enduring theory said we yawn to take in more oxygen. However, experiments show providing higher levels of oxygen does not decrease yawning. A more recent hypothesis focuses on thermoregulation, the idea that we yawn to cool down our brains. The jaw stretch increases blood flow, and inhaling cooler air helps dissipate heat from the cerebral fluid. This helps explain yawning before a stressful event or when tired, as both fatigue and stress can raise brain temperature. Its contagiousness, seeing, hearing, or even reading about yawning can trigger one, suggests a social function, seen in chimpanzees, wolves, and dogs. Perhaps it evolved to synchronize group alertness linked to empathy. People who score higher on empathy tests are more susceptible to contagious yawning. It remains a simple, involuntary act, a silent, gaping question from our evolutionary past. Each night we retreat from the waking world and enter another. We become actors in a private theater where the laws of physics are optional. We spend, on average, about a third of our lives asleep, and a significant portion of that time is spent dreaming. During REM sleep, our brains are as active, sometimes even more active, than when we are fully conscious, yet our bodies are paralyzed, a safeguard to prevent us from acting out these internal dramas. Freud saw dreams as a gateway to the unconscious, symbolic language revealing repressed desires. A modern theory is memory consolidation. Dreaming acts as mental housekeeping, strengthening useful connections and pruning the rest. Another idea is dreams serve as a virtual reality simulator, rehearsal for threats and challenges. It is a nightly training ground for survival, a primal advantage. But no single theory accounts for the full, bizarre spectrum of our dream lives. There are moments when human life hangs by the slenderest of threads. In the aftermath of a cardiac arrest, a traumatic accident, or a critical illness, some individuals are brought back from the brink of death. Many report floating out of their physical body, observing the frantic medical efforts from near the ceiling. This out-of-body experience is often followed by a journey through a dark tunnel toward a brilliant, loving light. Some meet deceased relatives or benevolent beings of light. A panoramic life review often unfolds, memories with full emotional understanding. For many, the experience is so profound they return with a renewed sense of purpose and compassion. Science suggests floods of neurochemicals, endorphins, and temporal lobe activity could explain aspects of NDEs. But these explanations struggle to account for clear reports of events occurring when no brain activity was recorded. The mystery remains. It is the most intimate and immediate reality we will ever know, the taste of salt, the joy of music, the ache of sadness, and the simple, profound awareness of being I. We can map the brain, regions that fire when we see red or recognize a face. This is the easy problem. But why should complex electrochemical processing feel like anything at all? Where does the feeling itself come from? Some propose emergence. Consciousness arises at sufficient complexity. Others suggest panpsychism, a fundamental property of matter. The search leads into the labyrinth of the brain and to the outer edges of quantum physics, but no definitive answer exists. It is the ghost in the machine, the light of awareness that illuminates our world from within. Understanding its origin would change our view of ourselves and our place in the cosmos, yet for now we exist within a miracle we cannot explain. We have all felt it, that sudden, unshakable gut feeling. A decision that seems to make no logical sense, yet feels undeniably right. Consider an experienced firefighter who suddenly orders their team out moments before the floor collapses. Or take a different route home and later learn your usual path was blocked by a major accident. These are not acts of magic, but the brain processing information beneath conscious awareness. Rapid, non-conscious pattern recognition. Over years, our brains build a vast internal database. When faced with something new, the brain rapidly scans for familiar patterns and sends a feeling, a hunch. The gut may be literal, the enteric nervous system, a second brain links to emotions. While we can describe the what, rapid subconscious processing, the how is still largely a black box. So, for a person who has lost a limb, the story often does not end with the physical loss. In a deeply strange phenomenon, many amputees continue to feel the presence of the missing limb, missing leg, missing arm. They can feel it move, feel an itch on a non-existent finger, or most distressingly, feel excruciating pain. The source lies not in the limb, but in the brain. The sensorimotor cortex contains a detailed map of the body. When a limb is amputated, its cortical area is left without input. Neighboring regions invade this territory, cortical remapping. So when the face is touched, the brain can interpret the signal as coming from both the face and the missing hand. Cortical remapping explains much, but not all. It doesn't explain why some people experience debilitating pain while others do not. The phantom limb is a ghostly reminder that our perception of our body is a complex construction of the brain. It is the most fundamental aspect of our reality, yet the most difficult to define. We feel it pass, we measure it with clocks, we organize our lives around it. Our everyday experience is linear and absolute, the Newtonian view. Yet 20th century physics shattered this picture. Einstein showed time is relative and woven with space into space-time, a fabric that can be bent and warped. Time can be stretched by velocity and squeezed by gravity. For someone near a black hole, time runs more slowly. Philosophers debate. Presentism says only the present is real. The block universe says past, present, and future all exist simultaneously. Our lived experience, the flowing river of time, seems different from the time described by physics. Is our perception a trick of the mind? We are creatures adrift in a river of existence, and we still do not know if the river is real. We look up at the night sky, a vast tapestry of stars and galaxies, and we ask the ultimate question of origins. Where did all of this come from? The best scientific answer is the Big Bang. About 13.8 billion years ago, the observable universe expanded from an unimaginably dense point. In the first fractions of a second, the universe inflated. As it cooled, fundamental particles and the first atoms formed. Over billions of years, gravity built stars that forged heavier elements and scattered them in supernova, the building blocks of planets and life. Every atom in our bodies was forged in the heart of a star. We are stardust. We observe the cosmic microwave background and the redshift of distant galaxies. Strong evidence for the Big Bang, yet the theory is silent on the ultimate why. What was before the Big Bang? Did our universe spring alone or as one bubble among many? The Big Bang answers the how exquisitely, but leaves the deepest origins shrouded in mystery. Our journey through these 10 great mysteries comes to an end, but the quest for understanding does not. From the inner world of our minds to the outer limits of the cosmos, our world is rich with questions beyond our grasp. The existence of these puzzles is not failure, but invitation, an engine of science, the muse of art, and foundation of philosophy. This capacity for wonder and collaboration is precious. To know everything would be to lose adventure. The world is full of unexplained moments and quiet enigmas waiting to be noticed. What everyday mystery do you wonder about? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of the unknown. The next great discovery could begin with a simple observation, and so the journey continues with you.